will come from this proposition passing or not passing, the tobacco tax. So if you're not familiar with it, it's the tobacco tax on smokers. And I think I've had information sent to me that says African Americans are the highest likely to die from tobacco-related diseases, and it's caused all other kinds of diseases. But when you read the proposition, unfortunately, I mean, my opinion is that I'm skeptical of it, only because when you read the proposition, it says nothing about us. So I'm just curious to know how you feel about this proposition and kind of your take on it.
I am not an expert on that proposition, but I do believe there needs to be a tax on tobacco. They need to put more to me. Okay. Presently, my own father is dealing with emphysema and lung cancer from tobacco smoke. I had 15 aunts and uncles, and there's only 2 of them left because they all were smokers. So that's what I've seen in my own family. And of course, you know the history of how the tobacco industry targeted the African American community systematically and strategically. Familiar with that? The Africanization of menthol cigarettes. Of course, so we know how that. So your question is, you know, where is it? Why aren't we mentioned? You have to make ourselves be mentioned.
Yeah.
So it was going to require people like yourselves to tell that story.
Right.
That, you know, why aren't African American professionals being brought to the table? I was invited to come to Sacramento several years ago to talk to pharma. Well, that's all the pharmaceutical companies, and they wanted to know how could they be better corporate neighbors in the African American community. And so my question to them, or comment to them, was that they need to include African American physicians to be a part of those clinical trials that pay so much money. So typically what they do is they'll get a promoter person. They'll say, you give me patients, I'll give you $100. Right? Or give you $150. But per patient, the clinical trials pay between $15,000 to $20,000 per patient. And many people don't know how lucrative it is. So when you see these commercials that says California clinical trials, they give you, you know, $100, give you free lunch and transportation and stuff like that. They're making a lot of money. The problem is African American physicians who have the relationship with these black patients are not participating. So what they do, they'll hire someone that is black but a non-physician to recruit for someone else outside of our community, right? So if I can participate in that clinical trial, that research, I can employ more people in my office. I can maybe expand and have a better waiting room, so on and so right on down the line. I hope I answered your question.